Okay, I think we are live and happy here. Welcome, all my little fluffs and puffs. Hello there, TD man. Well, for all those who are live seeing this, and for anyone watching this on the recording later, this is Cherry Blossom, my goody goat. Hello there, wild bleat, bleat, bleat. Bleat right back at you. I've had her for a lot of years. By the time this is over, I'm going to regret doing this because the only problem I have with this suit is it does press my lower lip into my teeth, which, well, only happens when I'm talking while wearing her. So what I decided to do a video where I'm talking for an hour. Yeah, already feeling smart. Trying to avoid it as long as I can, basically. So, welcome to the fun. I can get a little more tilt down. You can see a little more of me since there's no upward ear to deal with her, whereas some other critters do. Tuck. There we go. Anyway, didn't have a lot planned for tonight other than being Cherry, so step 1 complete. Step 2, talk about stuff. So who made this rabbit? Oh, this isn't a rabbit. This is a goat. Goaty goat goat. It was made by Mixed Candy. Holding on for ad. Waiting for ad. Waiting for ad. Waiting for the ad. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Ads are boring, sorry about that. They do get me a couple of pennies here and there. Ads are useful, they do support the creator. Do-do-do-do-do. Da-da-da-da-da. 40. Should be about done. Hopefully the evil ad has ended. And hopefully it wasn't that boring. Wait to see if you, there we are. Absolutely. This will be Cherry Blossom. She's a goat, and she was made by Mixed Candy. Note the little hornsies up there. And the poofy hands. Little clicker clackers. She's definitely one of the more fun, interesting characters to interact with. Thought that was Rabbit? No! Daisy's my rabbit, and, well, though she is on this channel a lot, she does mostly Borderlands streaming because I can see really good through her. I don't think I could take 2 straight hours of talking while wearing Cherry, though, because my face would hurt. I'm already going to regret this and probably have a sore face most of tomorrow, but I already committed to it, so we're doing this. It is a load of fun to put her on and stomp around in a hotel at a convention. If I get a nice open hallway with a good wide space, I have come to the practice of knowing how to easily make those feet hooves clomp hard. I can make a good echo Even where you'd think that the floor shouldn't make any noise, oh, I can make it stamp. I can stamp it so good. Lovely rolling thunder walking around as I surprise everyone around me that the little goat could be that loud. And yes, she is a full suit, but like always when I'm doing these kinds of recordings, I'm partialing because you only see this much of me. Like, at best, the top of my boob area. So, there isn't much point in me making myself harder to sit down. Probably just more hot and uncomfortable when I'm not moving around. Fursuit's not normally that uncomfortable. In fact, they're pretty darn comfortable. But when you're just sitting still, there's no airflow, and it just turns into a little sitting oven. So, thoughts for tonight. What could I just babble about? Well, one thing that both of us here had wanted for a long time was cable to be something that was peaceable, so you didn't have to buy all the channels to then get, say, Cartoon Network, which always annoyed us because the basic package had nothing you'd ever want. Then the super extended basic, which is what you had to get most of the channels you actually want to see, was over 90% stuff you didn't want. Now I think we're finally coming to a balance with the streaming services where you can get some of the ones you actually want. You're still buying stuff you don't want because, well, just because you don't like a channel doesn't mean you like everything that shows up on it. But the basic idea that couple that I have that I really like are HBO Max and Disney Plus. Now, do I like everything else on the HBO Max? Oh God, no. But I'm only paying for a small amount for a really, really big package of channels shows I do want to see. And there's enough of them in that one unit that it does justify it for me. Same thing with Disney Plus. Disney Plus actually has even a wider range of stuff that really, really appeals to me. No surprise there. From that one, Marvel stuff in general, including all like newer movies and series. A lot of the old cartoon series are showing up there. And Star Wars. Good gravy. I'm a Star Wars nerd. Okay? So, just the fact that all of Star Wars stuff is there, including the weird, obscure stuff like droids, Ewoks, and Ewoks movies, I'm just like, okay, you have me. Those alone get me in there. Not to mention all the actual Disney stuff. Like, the old movies. I can't say I like a lot of the Disney Channel original live action stuff, but you know, there's enough in there that it covers me. Do you go to Disneyland and World in your fursuit? No. The mouse will kill you. No joke. You do not do that. You would get in all this trouble. Only children up to age of 12 are allowed to wear costumes, period. Nothing that has a mask on, so this is 100% out of the picture. Cannot be. and adults aren't allowed to wear costumes, period. So I can't even go to Disney World in a dress, which I would love to do, but I don't want to risk getting in big trouble with Big Mouse. So, yeah. I like to be allowed to go to Disney World, so, no. And HBO Max has for one thing, a ton of good movies on it. And some TV series I wasn't expecting, like Doctor Who is hiding on there. Um, a lot of good sitcoms are on there. They're on a lot of things, but on HBO Max, I have the commercial-free version for the extra $20 a year. I think it was. I don't remember exactly how much. So I can watch them without commercials, straight through. And they have DC. So between HBO Max and Disney Plus, I have all of the superhero comic book movies and cartoons and things, and that's a lot. Those two things alone can keep me busy for a couple of months without even like straying to Star Wars or something new. As far as Star Wars goes specifically, I'm not necessarily going to say Disney owning it was the best end result, but for the benefit of people that wanted content, it was probably the best direction it could have gone. From what was available as choices. Have I liked everything they produced 100%? No. Solo sucked. Just putting that right out there. The Solo movie sucked. But extra points to the fact that they are continuing to make more cartoon series that hit both the children to adult range comfortably. Bad Batch has been amazing, and we're into a new season right now. I really like that one. That's awesome. It just continued on where Clone Wars ended right at Order 66. So we are just at the very beginning of the Empire as this troop of excommunicado clones goes about on adventures and things. We got a new season of Mandalorian started right now. That series alone was a really good one. I believe this is third season, fourth if you count Boba Fett as its other season in the middle, because frankly, it just kind of like was Chapter 2.5 was Boba Fett with in the Mandalorian's world. So yeah, really good stories to be told. Andor was okay. Obi-Wan I felt was pretty good. The Rebels cartoon series, that didn't happen until Disney bought them. That was their answer to they stopped making Clone Wars all of a sudden because that wasn't the direction they wanted to go. So they went into the direction of Rebels. It started off really dumb, but very quickly by like season 2 was starting to get pretty good. And by the time you get to the end of the 4th season, it was really kicking hard. Clone Wars, I think, hit hard, started on all 4 wheels within like 2 or 3 episodes. So that in contrast was just, the intro movie was kind of, but once you finish that off, I felt that was a beautiful, beautiful series. Um, yes, Star Wars Cruiser was added to Disney World. I did look into that. The hard part with that is, um, it's an enclosed environment. Say you take a 2-day journey on the cruise, in the cruiser, you are in the cruiser. Your vacation is in that building. When I'm in Disney World, I do like the freedom to say, I'm tired of being in this park right now. I want to go back to my hotel and swim in the pool. Um, I want to go to a different park. I have a park hopper. Let me just leave what I'm doing. The Magic Kingdom has too many kids in it today. I am just not having it. Uh, that's a saying it for experience moment right there. The Magic Kingdom can quickly overwhelm anyone with any level of social anxiety when it comes to too many children. All the other parks I find are at least more spaced out, unless you're standing in a line for, say, the Navi ride or something. You can get away from people in all of those parks, besides the Magic Kingdom, where it just feels like everywhere you turned it was just another clump of humans. Now, if someone's willing to pay for my stay in the Star Cruiser, cool. We'd be all up on it. Yeah, I'll take 2 days in there, but that in itself was looking at like over half of what we pay for our vacation just in staying in that hotel for a couple of days. So that was really a sticky point. But, you know, these are options. No one says you have to pick these things. Excuse me. Like, I've been to Disney World now 3 times. Each time was around a week time of vacation, like 7 or 8 days at the parks. Never ever did I even consider paying for the water parks and going to either of the 2 water parks, whether or not they were both open. In fact, I think every time I've went, one of the 2 water parks has been closed. I don't remember which one any given time, but I'm pretty sure every time at least one of the 2 water parks was closed, if not both. So, but I'm not going there to enjoy water slides or anything like that. So that's not exactly my MO. I always found large water slides almost not worth the effort of walking up the big line to get to a ride that goes, whee, and you're done. Wait, that's it? Yep, whee, you're done. Get back in line. Enjoy another 20 minutes of wait to go whee, you're done again. There are a couple places that I went when I was a kid that the lines weren't super long at the water slides, so they were still fun. I think it was it Idlewild or Cedar Point that had water slides in the front of it? I can't remember which. One of those smaller parks around where I grew up had like 2 big curvy water slides right near the front of the park. So it's easier than get back out of the park, go back to your what's the time we're in a camper, back to the camper, dry off, put on clean clothes, and go back and actually enjoy the park for the rest of the day. And because it was not exactly the most popular thing, my sister and I would basically just walk up the staircases, go down the big swirly water slides, and then walk back up the staircase and do it again. As opposed to anytime I went to Sandcastle, yeah. Remember what I said about my lip being pushed in? It's totally making a list. Now that's lovely. Sandcastle, which is a water slide park in Pittsburgh, that I went there like twice ever, and honestly, I felt like I was just spending more time standing on a wooden stairway, waiting to go do something, way more than actually doing something. So. Not exactly my view of fun. And Disney World, I think every single one of the Disney-owned resorts has at least one swimming pool in it. So you can relax in the pool at your hotel. No extra park needed. That's a freebie, effectively. You're covered. That and little secret, most of them, from what I've noticed, have a bar. So you can literally be lounging by the pool and sipping a blue cacao soaked drink with a glow cube in it and just chill and have fun in your way. Well, that definitely brings up a fun point. Vacationing your way is very important. So, remember, if you are taking a trip to, say, like Disney World or Disneyland or anything else of that nature, you don't naturally have infinite energy and infinite awakeness and infinite ability to go out and stand in lines and run around like crazy. You're still your same age. You're still the person that probably has a desk job, because otherwise you can't afford to do this. So you're used to not running around all day on your feet in the Florida sun. I mean, I live up in Indiana, so right now there's like white dusty stuff on part of my lawn. Something Florida doesn't normally see. So even if I was going in, say, this time of the year, which is actually when I would go to Disney World, mind you, remember, take breaks as you need them. Especially if you're older. Look, I'm calling myself out here. I'm over 40. I know, shock. Ancient man, sitting here in fursuit, babbling about going to Disney World. I don't necessarily go on vacation to get up at 5 in the morning so I can get to the park, be there for every single minute it's open, ride rides for every single moment, eat all the snacks I possibly can, eat at one of the most fun restaurants at every park, see everything, do everything. No. That's annoying. That's exhausting. Do you know how much that takes out of a person? And kids that can do that, let alone adults that, well, aren't perfect. So when was the first time you were going over to Disneyland or Disney World? Disney World, my first time going, I was 29. I was about to be 30 about a month and a half after that. So, that was a while ago. Paper fast passes were still a thing. And they were helpful, actually. I was not a fan of the pre-registered fast pass stuff where you have to put in for your rides 3 months in advance. I'm bad enough on vacation at planning my days at which parks I'm going to be at, little and maybe my dinners. Past that, I feel like I'm scheduling fun, and I don't want to do that. I accept the fact that I have to pre-schedule where I want to eat dinner 6 months in advance. That's okay. You know what? That's okay. That doesn't mean I have picked what I'm going to eat each night. That just says I picked where I'm going to eat. Yes, I picked the Italian restaurant there, so I'm going to eat something Italian. But that doesn't mean I'm going to get the lasagna, or the kind of skinny meatball thing, or, I don't know, they probably have a filet mignon on the menu. Like every restaurant at Disney World seems to have filet mignon on the menu. Don't overplay yourselves. Make sure you leave room for fun to happen. If you are interested in the new Genie Plus thing, it does seem a little bit more fair to people that did not want to plan 6 months in advance for their vacation to plan every minute of their fun. Because that way you can potentially use it on a day you know you really want to ride a lot of rides. And you pick what you're going to ride next by what's available. What do you have a pass for? And helps prevent you standing in lines as much. I'm hoping to go back to Disney World next year or so. We're thinking about it pretty hard. Probably it'll just be the two of us so that we can chill and have a little kind of week-long date time. But vacationing is stressful in its own way. Figuring stuff out ahead of time, getting time off approved, paying for flights, getting on airplanes. It's a lot more. You know, when you're a kid, you don't have to think about this stuff because all you have to do as a kid is you get in the car, you pack a suitcase haphazardly, you know, that had 3 pairs of underwear, 10 shirts for the 5-day experience, and then your parents have to deal with the fact that you didn't pack the right clothes and, well, everything else. As an adult, you have to plan your flights, plan your time off work, plan how you're getting from the flight to where you're going, plan how you're getting to the flight. Worry about the costs of everything, because this stuff ain't cheap. But, you know, fun's still fun. Oh, first time chatter. Yay, Melody! Hello, my favorite little fellow pink bleatlet. Melody would be a pink boaty boat goat who lives not too far from us. Hello, other fellow pink viewer. Good to see you. Hi. Well, I'm glad your phone or computer was nice to you this time to let you type something. So far we've been talking about lots of things, including going to Disney World and wearing costumes, and the fact that Jerry is slowly making me eat my lower lip as we sit here. And I am slowly regretting deciding to wear her on a talking street because, wow. Have not been to Disneyland yet. I have a good in for Disneyland where I'd probably get a discount and easy way to get there because of people I know that work there. But Have not gone there for fun yet. It's on the bucket list. Just never quite felt like it was going to be the right trip for us. Disney World's a lot closer and a lot bigger, so it's harder to want to go to the one that we have to travel further for and have less to potentially do at. Now, there are things that are only there, like the Marvel stuff is all there, since there's contracts involving who's allowed to have Marvel stuff east of the Mississippi, etc., etc. But hey, I could stand to potentially miss one or two items just because I don't necessarily want to fly even further away to go to California and deal with being in California for, a week. Besides, there's a lot to do down Disney World that we probably still haven't done everything in the years we've been there. In fact, things keep changing. There's always new stuff. In fact, there's new stuff we know we didn't get to go to last time because it was new stuff, and that just means it's lines out the yin yang. I didn't get to do any of the new Star Wars stuff in 2020, just before lockdown. Because to get into the Rise of Resistance, you had to be up like 7 in the morning. At the time, you had to get to Hollywood Studios gate by then. And then try to get a boarding pass. And then hope that the boarding pass all rolled through on time, and you would actually get to ride the ride before the park closed. When are you going to Disneyland? Hold on, ad. Okay. There's an ad team that's got an ad. We are doing the ad thing. We are doing the ad thing. Anyone who is still here to see me be an idiot. Actually, I'm going to redeem some water. Intercon water. Your best water is brought to you by the convention Intercon. Come on. I can get there. I can get it. Water. Oh, ad. Is it done yet? Is it still an ad? Okay, ad over. Yay! I don't know. I hadn't really planned on when I was going to go to Disney World. Disneyland. Whenever it happens. That's an expensive thing and a lot of time. So it's hard to just say, now in my life, I know when I'm going to specifically have the extra money and the extra time needed to go and exercise a flight to California and spending time out there. Probably, most definitely not in the next couple of years. Simply in the fact that, well, if I haven't already started planning it yet, I don't see it happening right away. um, though I know there's a lot of fun out there that I have not had that's only out there. Yeah, it's not really, it's not a high priority. Besides, I know I can have fun in Disney World, and sometimes planning for the fun you know and you're prepared for can be a lot more relaxing. I just like Florida vacation just for the sheer amount of options. You got a point there, my little Bodie. Um, yeah, Florida, there is so much to do. You're never, you're never trapped, even when you are trapped. Like, worst case scenario, you're at Disney World, you're bored. Uh, get a ticket to Universal and hop an Uber over to Universal or one of the other, like, bajillion theme parks down there because, well, it's summer there 99% of the time when it isn't hurricane season. So, they got lots to do fun wise. But I definitely enjoy being in Disney World. It is a big enough area where you kind of have that the magic of being in Disney World from the point when you get to your resort and you're unloaded with your luggage. It feels like you have entered a whole new world. Um, Everything has at least some amount of theming. Your resort's lobby has theming. The walkway to your room has theming. The swimming pool has theming. The transportation has theming. The everywhere you are from that moment on feels so Disney. It is always fun. Uh, Anyways, you saying about Disneyland? My grandma needed me. Oh. Um. Oh, well, I just said I wasn't planning on going there anytime soon, but I'd love to at some point. Um. Most definitely not in the next few years. um. Just a longer trip and less to do in it, and less familiarity. Definitely love the familiarity of Disney World. For only having gone there 3 times, I do already feel like anywhere I go in there, I feel comfortable from the get go. I feel available to get around. The bus system and the monorail and the Skyliner and the boats. It's so easy once you have even a rough concept of what you're doing in the park, of how to get around, to get around. And that's amazing. Any vacation where I know I don't need to get in the car and drive somewhere anymore is perfect. I like to get to a vacation, park my car, and I'm done with it until I'm driving home. I don't want to have to get in my car and drive somewhere else. I just drove somewhere. I did that part, and now I'm ready to have fun. And Universal has a big expansion coming to Orlando. Ooh la la. More Universal. That's not a bad thing. Interestingly, I have never been to Universal yet. that is also on my to-do list. I absolutely have no idea when that's gonna happen, but one of these days, maybe. Who knows? And there's a couple of theme parks I definitely don't want to go to in Florida, but that list is really short, and those aren't happening. I went to Disney back in 2010. I would love to go back sometime, but it's just a pipe dream right now. Yeah, I feel you there. There's Super Nintendo World too. Oh yeah. And you would love to go there. Yeah, I feel that. Super Nintendo World probably could be pretty fun. I already know I shouldn't be able to ride the Mario Kart ride. I saw it was like size 40 waist or less to get into that or something stupid, and I am not that small. My last Disney trip was in 2013. Aww. Ours was January into February of 2020. We literally were at Disney World as the spread was apparently hitting the United States pretty thoroughly, and we were probably in so much risk and no idea. Trip right. You mean trip right and tip? Yes, trip. Oh, yeah. Don't worry, I understand basic typos. I mean, right now, do you think I would be able to type anything of value with these clompers? I'm happy I can click my mouse to make the video recording start, which, yes, it is recording. Fortunately. I didn't mess that up yet. No. No what? I don't know what you're knowing. Anyway. Yeah, we went in 2020. It was packed, too. It was a busy year to be there. Oh. Yeah, no, I could not type very well with these. I could probably hunt and peck a little bit, but that's about it. Cherry definitely got to go to one con recently. She was MFF, so she's probably gonna have to let some other guys, other of my crews, take their turns for a few before it's her turn again. That was fun to stomp around with her recently, back in December. I am planning to take Caddy and Mewtwo to Anthrocon. At least Mewtwo, Caddy if I have space. Which I should. He takes up almost no space. Stompy hooves are the best. Well, yes, they are all sorts of fun. Clomping so loud down the hallway, making a ruckus is fun. If you ever get the chance, I highly recommend it. And yes, I would love to go stomping around with you, my pink cohort, and we could make thunderous hallway fun together. Quite a few conventions I got to meet up with a small herd of other goats, and we did have a good time making the ruckus together. So anywhere from 3 to 4 of us going down the hall was just rumblies. It was so much fun. Yeah, mine are made from carbon fiber. Heck yeah. That's some stomping action. I love having the big loud hoopers. Check. Okay, 14 minutes. And don't forget, if you're following me, you have channel points you can always spend underneath the chat window. They are free, they don't cost you anything, and I do my best to comply as quickly as possible if I see something pop up. One of those items is hydrate, which I'm going to example for you right now, because I need a little. Oh. Thank you. Well, that was hydrate for you. I hope you enjoyed. It's been about a day. Daylight savings always hits me like a brick. No matter how much you think you're ready for it, you go to bed early, or at least on time, as things are changing, it rarely, your body doesn't believe you that this amount of daylight is awake time already. So what are you going on as Wednesday? Well, I was Mewtwo last week, so it should be Daisy. It'd be a bunny week for playing Borderlands. The two of them are by far the most comfortable to wear for 2 straight hours and be able to see my screen. I had a little bit of sinus pressure on last Wednesday, and I realized how close of a fit Mewtwo is. My face, especially my chin, was sore for a couple of days after I did that 2 hours on last Wednesday. Whew. Do not wear him whenever you have any extra head pressure. By far, yes. Daisy is perfect for Easter. Yes, she is my bun-buns. Bun-bun! Bun-bun! So this will be a long year's week since Cherry here today and Daisy in 2 days. Whew. Daisy almost feels like I'm not wearing anything most of the time. She is actually super comfortable. Mewtwo is usually pretty darn close to that too. They're fun. They both have enough personality in them alone to just exist. But yeah. I really should go to Joann's and get a new zipper for Pixie, and then actually make it a front zipper instead of a back zipper, so it's easier to wear. Lucky I roast in suit, so much padding. Yeah, I'm sorry. You do have the benefit of being smallish. Different suits I own had different levels of being overly warm in. Caddy has really thin fur. He's easier to deal with temperature-wise. Mewtwo is spandex. He breathes really good. And yes, Digilegs are... There's their own level of bonus inconvenience. The... I honestly feel like them being a tight object around my legs not only makes it hotter, but it does reduce flexibility. It feels like it makes it more work to bend what I do bend when I'm walking. So it's a double extra ouch. Another reason why Cherry went to MFF when it was December and not Anthrocon again when it's in July. Again, why Mewtwo, the spandex monster, will be at Anthrocon along with Caddy, the very short pile fur. Tika has a lot of hip padding too, where I have yet to really get worn her. But I've only worn her for about half an hour or at most so far. Yeah, yeah. Once you've had a little extra practice in her, like take your MFF, you'll learn your limits. I don't have to tell you this while, but definitely take some extra practice time before you go to any convention or event, if possible, in your house. Just put her on and watch TV. Just exist as your fursuit. That is, for anyone, a really good tip. Practice. Put it on. Even if you could just have the ability to put on the head and the hands, put them on, and just get used to the fact that you have something pressing on all of your face. Yeah, I'm good at that first hour, then it's downhill. Yeah. What else? I'm wearing her at a con in a couple weeks. Ooh, fun. Let us know how it goes, how you have fun, how people react. We want to know how they like your new bleeder. MFF, not this last year, but the previous year, was the first one that a con I went to that had a mask requirement, and also on fursuit. I found I had Mewtwo only with me. For the first 45 minutes to an hour, I was fine. After that, the amount of sweat in the head starts to build up. And now my face mask I'm wearing inside there starts to absorb some of that moisture. And it goes from breathing through a nice, well-ventilated little masky thing to breathing through a wet sponge. And now I'm suffocating. Literally. That was awesome. I fortunately was smart to, in my shorts inside of him, have an extra mask or two. So I would switch out the mask that I had been wearing, put it in my other pocket, and put on one of the dry ones underneath the first we had in the lounge, and go back out and work for a little longer. I kind of want to see that. Oh, his deer? Yeah. And or Melody's buddy boat. So I don't get to any cons in the near future. I've never seen a wild fox in fursuit. Well, hopefully, Mel, you will get to go to a con at some point soon. Cons with you, and I would love to see you in person again. Well, I think I saw you in person once. I'm pretty sure you were the one who owned Melody at the time I ran into her. And TV Man, if you'd like to see Wild Fox in fursuit, you can always look at his Twitter, or his Mastodon, or his SA account, all of which have pictures. He has lots of them. And he looks adorable. You didn't know you were like 2 feet from the AC. I'm sorry. You know the fun rule about being in fursuit. I can see here. If there's something happening over there, I have no idea. If it's more than 10 feet in front of me, it's a blur. So I could definitely understand I was like 2 feet from you and didn't see you. Which sucks, because we could have been friends sooner. We were at breakfast. I forgive you. Really? Really? Oh my god, I missed you at breakfast? I saw you there? Aww! Well, I know you now. At Brugger's. I'm back. Welcome back, TD, man. That Brugger's used to be a lot of fun, but their line got so long as years went by. If I ever am in the on me again, I always will eat at the Dunkin' Donuts a half a block away, because they'll feed you in moments, whereas the Brugger's was taking an hour just to go through the line, not including waiting for them to make your egg sandwich. An egg sandwich, which should take like 2 to 3 minutes. And it was taking an hour to just go through the line. I don't get it. I don't know how they got so bad at making food, but they did. Getting there. Yeah. We usually stay at the Drury now at Anthrocon. It is a lot close to the convention center, really nice rooms, and free breakfast and dinner at the hotel if you so choose to enjoy those. So that's always a good thing. Even if it is just you're going to be going out with friends in a little bit and you just want to eat a tiny bit of what's there, like a chicken finger or something before you run out the door. And free fountain beverages. So, yeah, that's always good. Last year I was there, was 2015, and the Subway ran out of food. I think that Subway's gone now, unfortunately. But, yeah, furries eat all the food in Pittsburgh when we're there. I mean, just all the food. One of the stores I miss the most from Anthrocon that's gone now was across the street from the Westin, like directly across the street from it. A teeny tiny little quickie mart that, as of Thursday of the con, when it was still there, they went from all of their freezers and fridges full of things to one chocolate milk with an expire date. Everything was sold out. It was amazing. I felt so happy and sad for the same time because, wow, if they had a few more, they would have had more sold. Yeah, I pack a small food reserve. Absolutely. And goodbye, Wild. Thanks for coming. Yes, very important when we go to a convention, do pack at least a little bit of snack food for your hotel room. If you have personal needs that just really make it so that you make it through the day, don't think those go away just because you're out of town. I definitely like to have a sweet thing in the evening. I like to have some things to drink in the hotel room. I don't necessarily mean booze. I mean either preferably soda, if not some water. Maybe bring some munchy, salty snacks, something that'll give you energy, something you can carry around the event. I usually do bring pocketable items like little packs of granola, trail mix things, oatmeal cream pies. Easy to deal with stuff. Kind of see on fursuit once you get the chance. And a case of giant pixie sticks. I haven't done that in a while, but boy, was that fun to give out. Fun fact, I don't think I've eaten one of those since I was in high school. And back then, I ate them all the time. And now I'm just like, no, that's too much sugar. That's too much. Okay, my face is really getting tired. They are and a double at a fursuit store. Yes, they do make a good fursuit straw if need be. They've actually gotten a lot smaller than when I was a kid. The big ones, that is. They're skinnier and shorter. I'm a little annoyed. Can't win them all, can we? Alright, Mousy, get over here. Boop. Colors changed there. Nice. But I am getting face sore from this. I am going to have to let you guys go play with someone else for a while. Who is available that I can annoy? Unfortunately, Swifty is not on the list because I would love to add him in. Let me try again. Reload. Same people. And I can't type here, so I can't try and search for anyone. Blah, blah, blah. Dead cells? That's probably going to be fun enough. Sure, we'll go with that. Alright, let's stop recording first, because one time I didn't. Oh, come on. There we are. Mouse.